Originally from Weaverville, majored in philosophy, went to Brown University. I actually used to be president of the North Carolina State Foundation for Humanities. The dean always used to say to the parents as they came in, humanities is everything you don't want your son or daughter to major in if they're going to get a good job. But the old tradition was to ground yourself in philosophies and the arts. And I think it's really a good tradition. And so Ethan came from that tradition. He was an Eagle Scout. He was president of the largest Christian organization, about 200 members, at Brown. He's a founder and president of Elan Design, a technology company, senior strategy consultant for Capital One Bank. He lives in Arden with his wife, Jacqueline. Here he is, Ethan Wingfield.
Thank you, Mike. You guys have been incredibly patient, and so I'll try to get through this so that we can get out of here and y'all can go about your days. But I appreciate the chance to get before you and talk. I've really enjoyed being here today. I want to tell you briefly a little bit about myself and about why I'm running. I'm running for Congress because I am deeply concerned about the future of this country. When I look around at what's going on here, we've got a stagnant economy, high unemployment. It doesn't seem to be going down. Here in Western North Carolina, it's over 10%, and in the last couple of months, it's actually gone up. It's not getting better. We've got serious economic problems. Our national debt, $15 trillion, and it keeps going up too. The president's budget just is going to add another $1.3 trillion in the next year. The way we are headed right now is going to send this country off a cliff. Before long, we're going to be living in a country that none of us recognizes. And I don't want to live in that country, and I don't want my children to live in that country either. I've got a lot at stake in the future of this country, and that's why I'm running. I've seen personally how great this country is and how great it can be in my own life. I grew up right down the road here in Weaverville, third of 6 kids, was homeschooled, and then went away, as Mike mentioned, to Brown University for school. I started my own business. I was financially independent at the age of 18, like a lot of us young men here in Western North Carolina. Started my own business to put myself through school and ended up being a pretty successful business. I sold that and went to go work for a Fortune 500 company where over a few years I worked my way up to become an advisor to the CEO. Now I've left all that to run for Congress because I think we need more members of Congress like Congressman Paul Ryan and Congressman Patrick McHenry, members who were elected to Congress when they were about my age because of their deep concern about the future of this country. Now I've put forward a 50-page plan that goes into detail about what I would work on if I have the honor of serving you in Congress. And it really boils down to 3 things. Number 1, we've got to get this economy going again. I don't think the government can create jobs. A lot of people up in Washington think it can, but it can't. Now, what the government can do is keep jobs from being created, and it's doing that very effectively right now. We've got to get the government out of the way of business and enable them and free them up to create jobs and grow. I also think we got to balance the budget. Now, I'm the only candidate in this race who has endorsed Paul Ryan's budget and has put forth my own serious plan to protect Medicare and the other entitlement programs that our seniors are so dependent on. Because right now, if we continue the status quo, these programs are going to go bankrupt. I'm the only candidate who's put forth a serious plan to save these programs and to balance our budget. This is going to be tough. It takes conviction and resolve, and it may not be popular, but I'm willing to do it because I have so much at stake in the future of this country. Lastly, we've got to protect and go back to our Constitution. So many people up in Washington seem to have forgotten this sacred document. We've no longer been living by the 10th Amendment up in Washington. The government's become so bloated and gone into all these areas that it has no business being in. We've got to unwind that. We've got to stand up for our constitutional rights, our Second Amendment rights, our religious liberties, which are under threat, and so many other things. That we need a member of Congress who believes these things in his heart and is going to go up there and fight for them. That's what I will do if I'm elected as your next congressman. So I appreciate your time today. My name's Ethan Wingfield. I'm a conservative Christian businessman, and I'm running for Congress so that I can go up there and fight until the folks up in Washington either turn around and do the right thing or get sent home. So I'm asking for your vote. Thank you very much.